The ghost of the Harper family. It was a bleak night, with a tempest of sand and wind lashing against the old farmhouse. The headlights of the car were the only beacons cutting through the oppressive darkness, casting their beam upon the weathered timber and crumbling walls of what was known as the old Harper house. My name is Josh, and I'm here to document the truth about this place. The story of the Harper family, who vanished without a trace from here one night, leaving everything behind, still strikes fear into the hearts of the villagers. This was the voice of Josh, the adventurous American student, speaking to his camera, his eyes reflecting a blend of excitement and apprehension. They say the spirit of the mother, Eleanor Harper, still wanders these halls, searching for her children. Josh stepped out of the car, immediately enveloped by an intense cold that wasn't merely the chill of the night. He approached the front door, a massive wooden structure that seemed to resist opening. After a struggle, the door yielded with a deafening creak that tore through the night's silence. A smell of decay and dust wafted from within, as if time itself had stood still inside this grim dwelling. As Josh stepped inside, he was immediately surrounded by an absolute silence. A heavy quiet that swallowed every sound, as if the walls themselves were breathing silently. He moved slowly through the main hall, where an old, decaying piano stood, and beside it, a few faded children's toys lay scattered in a strange way, as if someone had just left them. This is strange. Like they just walked away. Josh whispered to his camera, then raised his head, listening intently. There were sounds. At first, they were barely perceptible, incredibly faint. Indecipherable whispers echoed through the house, then the distant, light patter of footsteps, as if someone were walking barefoot. Then, what sent shivers down his spine, a sound like a child crying, faint and sorrowful, drifting from the upper floor. Josh ascended the creaking staircase slowly, each step groaning under his weight. He entered the bedrooms, each room bearing the mark of a tragic past. In one, he found an old hairbrush on a dresser and a collection of faded photographs of the Harper family, their faces peering out from behind dusty glass. In another room, he discovered a small child's dress hanging in a closet, as if awaiting its owner who would never return. Finally, he reached the master bedroom. In its center, there was a large antique mirror, covered in a thick layer of dust. Josh reached out, slowly wiping away the grime. As the reflection became clear, he saw his own image, but for a single terrifying moment, he saw something else behind him. The pale apparition of a woman, dressed in an old gown, gazing at him with eyes filled with an unspeakable sorrow. It was she, Eleanor Harper. His blood ran cold. He spun around quickly, but there was nothing there. He looked back at the mirror, but the reflection was gone, leaving only his own unnerved face. At that very moment, a mournful sound pierced the silence. The piano downstairs began to play a sorrowful melody. Josh rushed down, only to find the keys moving on their own, and a faint light appearing and disappearing around the piano, as if an unseen spirit was playing a farewell song. Then the music abruptly ceased. The paranormal activity intensified. Doors began to swing open and shut violently. Small objects shifted from their places, clattering to the floor. Josh tried to maintain his composure, filming everything. Suddenly, Eleanor appeared more distinctly at the end of the long corridor, standing there, gazing directly at him. She was no longer just a reflection. She was a painful reality. Her features radiated an indescribable grief, as if pleading for help. Josh approached slowly, his camera unwavering. The apparition seemed to gesture towards the children's room. Josh followed, feeling an oppressive presence filling the space. And there, beside Eleanor, the ghosts of small children materialized, appearing and vanishing for brief moments, playing silently with their toys before fading away once more. Eleanor stared at Josh, her eyes telling a story of pain and loss, as if she wished to convey something about their mysterious fate. The terror had reached its peak. The specters seemed to draw closer to him, and the eerie sounds grew louder and more distinct. Josh felt that another moment's stay might mean he would never leave this house. With his remaining strength, he bolted for the front door, gasping for breath, not stopping until he was miles away from the haunted house. Josh sat in his car, his breathing ragged. What I saw tonight, it wasn't just stories. The house is truly haunted. Eleanor Harper is still searching for her children. His words were barely audible, but his eyes held the look of someone who had realized that the world of ghosts was far more than mere imagination.